Hello, beautiful. Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon. I talk all about manifesting as a lifestyle. You are exactly where you belong. Thank you for all the success stories. I keep posting your success stories on my YouTube channel and here. Today, I want to talk about your habitual thinking creates your reality. Hello, everyone joining. Your habitual thinking creates your reality. When you want to make a change, just go within your imagination to change something. Affirm your desire. Affirm that you have your desire. Affirm you already are the person with your desire. Because an assumption, though false, if you persist in it, it will harden into a fact. Assume that you are the best. Why don't you assume you successfully manifested your specific person? Create that habitual thinking. That will create the reality where you have it. If you already manifested your specific person, you would be thinking, I already manifested my desire. I already manifested the love of my life. I am a powerful manifester. I'm someone who gets anything I want. Those are some ideas of what you can affirm. You can simply affirm, I manifested my specific person. I'm someone who manifested my specific person. I manifested my specific person. So what you're putting your attention on is a manifested form in your reality. Your inner conversations are already creating your reality. So what are you saying to yourself? Are you saying to yourself, I already got this. I have it. I already know I have it. It's already mine. Are you saying those things? Because that will create the reality where you have it. Are you already saying that you have the money? Are you saying that you already have it? Because that will create the reality where you have it. Your reality is already a reflection. It's magnetized by what you put your attention on. Let me answer your questions. Hello, everyone joining. How do you live in the end when the grief and loss still keeps coming up? I'm manifesting my SP. To manifest a specific person, you're going to claim you already have that relationship. You focus on you being a master manifester. Focus on you already manifested your person. Focus on the version of you who knows that you're irreplaceable and worthy and good enough. You have the power to create something new. Adam, SP said he's only looking for a hookup. I want a relationship with him. What should I do? Adam, you can imagine the end. Imagine he says, and what would the end be? If you're already together, what would the end look like? I'm blessed to be with you, or I love being with you. That's what you would hear him say. So you want to replace the 3D unwanted circumstance with your end. Imagine him saying, you're the one and only for me. That's what you should imagine. Remember, what you imagine is what will be pushed out to the world. So when he said he's only looking for a hookup, just decide that's not what you want. And what you want is what you do want to imagine. Whatever it is you want, you imagine that. You imagine it. You imagine it in the morning or through the day. Imagine it. And then what do you do the rest of the day? It's done because you planted the seed. That's it. When you kind of have a thought that reminds you of like, oh my God, he said, he only wants to hook up. Nope, you're not gonna accept that. You're gonna say, wait, that was just some old beliefs, and that's not true anymore. And you're choosing a different reality. This is you selecting the reality you want to live in. Is it okay to just manifest us going on a date first before us living together? Absolutely. Yes, you can manifest in stages because, there is no end really of life. So we could perceive the end, the wish fulfilled as going on a date. Okay, so picture yourself enjoying each other's company. Rosie, here's why I talk so much about self-concept, because when you change the way you see yourself, everyone else will reflect the change. So here's what you could assume about yourself, that when you go on dates, because I don't know what you want, but you can assume you're irresistible. Whether you're on a date or not, right? Assume you're irresistible. Assume you're irreplaceable. Assume that it's easy to fall in love with you. Assume that you're lovable. Assume that you get anything you desire. Assume that when you meet people, you connect easily with them and the dates always go well. Those are some things you can assume about yourself. If you need help with that, my self-concept course is a blueprint for you to be the version of you who has your desire. You don't have to accept what you don't want, but don't keep your attention on what you don't want. Because when we keep our attention on something we don't want, we keep that in our reality. It has to be your reality because your reality is created through your awareness. So bring your awareness to something else, which means the wish fulfilled. Bring your awareness to you and what you love. Like, I love relationships. I love this person in my life. You want to bring your attention to the things you love. Bring your attention to the wish fulfilled. I'm manifesting moving from my 2-bedroom apartment to a 4-bedroom villa this week. Beautiful. Debts are settled. Yeah, I claim that for you. The debts are settled. Hi, sweet Rosie. Your manifesting SP is more mature and isn't flirtatious anymore. Beautiful. And you can have that. You can imagine SP saying specific things to you that imply or indicate that SP is more mature. And just see your person flirtatious with you and only you. Hello from your Spain vacation, Joy. I love it. Veronica, you're welcome. I appreciate that you're here. Thank you for the hand heart. I saw that. Yeah, thank you. And Krista, I spiraled all day yesterday, worried it'll perpetuate. Okay, here's the thing. You have to put that to bed now. So you spiraled all day yesterday. Remember, if you can't really get out of it, sometimes we just have to let it finish, okay? And now you go on you wake up the next day, today, right? Don't worry, it will perpetuate because it will. It will. So you have to change the topic for yourself. Whatever you could do to put something else on your mind. And you know what really does that? Like living life. Living your best life will do that. Do things you love. Think infinite intelligence that it's already done. Remind yourself, like, that's okay, I spiraled yesterday, but that does not affect your manifestation. Because what you say creates your reality. So say that. Stick with it. It won't perpetuate, but see, you have to believe, or you have to affirm that. You'll create a belief around that. Yeah. The unwanted circumstances have just given you clarity. So do you see, you want to give meaning around that. My unwanted circumstances have given me clarity. That's what you affirm. Unwanted circumstances have given me clarity, and I do not want that. Never live in that life again. Not living being treated like that anymore. I'm not going to feel small anymore. I'm not going to feel unwanted or not enough anymore. See, do you think, or do you see that you could give meaning around that gives you clarity? And now what are you going to live? Your greatest life ever. So that's where you put your attention. Okay, let that go and now just decide, like, today's a new day, you're starting fresh and new, and you're expecting only good things. Okay, good. You also said, Baby Cupcakes, things are better today between me and SP. They are only getting better, okay? You want to, you don't have to. Don't you want to create that reality? If you want to, then you're going to claim that. You're going to claim it in your mind. Nope. Things only get better. Things are only getting better, only getting stronger, only getting more value. Perfect. I love it. How can I manifest losing weight, marriage, pregnancy? Isn't it wonderful? Speak a phrase or mantra over and over that implies you have all these things. If you have all these things, Neville Goddard's Isn't It Wonderful technique is exactly this. Taking several desires, and then you just put it into one seed, one mantra. Isn't it wonderful? And that implies you have all these things. Also, when you say thank you, thank you. Thank you, I lost the weight. Thank you for my marriage. Thank you that it was easy to get pregnant. Thank you for my desire. Remember, your desire is already existing. You want to thank yourself, your higher self. Thank your higher self that this desire already exists and that it's yours. And the world is really being orchestrated by what you're impressing on your subconscious mind. Tabitha, why am I able to manifest something over and over? Well, congratulations, I love it, but continuously lose it. How do I fix it? You want to focus on what's going right. So focus on the fact that you have the ability to manifest something over and over and over. Now, we got to cut it off there, because then when you're remembering, but I lose it, and that time I lost it again, and I manifested back, and then I lost it, and I haven't, and I lost it. Well, that's a story, and the stories that we tell ourselves manifest. So you have to tell a new story. Remember, an assumption, even though it's not true, if you persist, or if you're faithful to an assumption, and you're faithful to that assumption, it will harden into a fact. It will become your life. So if you're faithful to an assumption, it will become your life. So that's why you have to assume something different. Here's what you want to assume about yourself, like, damn, I'm good. I'm good at manifesting things into my life. And remember, this assumption is going to not be true right now, but you're going to create a new assumption and a new reality. So you have to assume, and I keep it, and it stays with me, and it is my life. That's how you fix it. Because maybe you have your attention on the fact that you lost it. It's like, I can manifest it over and over, but I lose it. So you have to end your thought on, and I keep it. So here, affirmations for you, or for all of you, right? For anyone. It's easy to manifest something, anything I want. Like this should just be your natural thoughts within your mind. Like you're just living your best life, right? Right now, living your best life. And your natural assumption is easy for me to manifest, is easy to have. I keep it all. I have it all. I'm living it. I have it. Not losing it. I have it. Okay, so you have to have the assumption that you have it. And that assumption, if you're faithful to it, it will be proven to you. The biggest hiccup is that we are affirming something, we're claiming something that we have, and it's not even true, right? It's not true right now. But you have to be faithful. That's the key, being faithful, being persistent. It's really the same thing. You have to be faithful to the desire that you desire, that I do have it. Even when it appears that you're losing it, like let's say you manifested something and then that same day it was gone. Imagine that happened yesterday. But what you have to assume today is you do have it. That's the only way you're going to manifest it, by saying you have it. I guess it's not the only way, but you will manifest it if you say you have it. Louise, thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for all the roses. Thank you for the hearts. Okay, dreams. Hello. How exactly do I manifest more trust towards my husband? Everyone's a reflection in your world. Everyone's a reflection of you. In your reality, everyone's reflecting you. Everyone in your reality is a reflection. It's a mathematical reflection of your habitual thinking. So if you're not really trusting your husband, it's because within you didn't have trust. Maybe as a child, maybe whatever experiences you had. And then he shows up, whatever, like you feel like you don't trust because it was some experiences you had in life. So let's talk about the solution. To manifest trust, you have to claim it. I trust my husband. I trust our relationship. So you want to see a version of him that you could trust. And you do that by claiming it. We trust each other. We're devoted to each other. If you put your attention on trust versus, oh my God, is something wrong? I can't trust him. If you're starting to think, oh, I don't know if I can trust him. If you also notice, because sometimes it's more like we have an action. We're performing an action based on whether or not we would trust someone, right? So if we're checking his phone because we're worried, that action is coming from not trusting. If you have that feeling like you need to check his phone, if you have the feeling like he's not telling the truth, reality is coming from you. If you want the solution, all you have to do is affirm, I can trust. I trust him. So you want to make that more familiar to you. We trust one another. I trust him. I am devoted to. You could say anything like what resonates with you. Maybe if you want to say loyal, if that feels better, trusting. I'm always trusting. I'm always in a trusting and loyal relationship. What you put your focus on, you will grow and expand. You want to ignore the circumstances. So like I said, a circumstance could be you feel like he's not telling the truth. You have to ignore that because remember, it's coming from you. So if you want to trust him that he is faithful and loyal and trusting, then affirm he is. Those are the moments, especially in those moments. Those are the moments you want to affirm. Armor of intrusive thoughts and intrusive imagination. But it's because you have you're being lazy. That's why. You've just been lazy. You haven't taken control of what you're going to focus on. It's a choice. It is a choice. We could aimlessly scroll TikTok. I mean, reality is like an algorithm. And if you're just scrolling on TikTok and it's like the worst of the worst, these intrusive thoughts are coming from what we are consuming. So what are you consuming? That's a choice. Okay? Our thoughts are also a choice. It's a choice. You have the power to redirect yourself. Instead of thinking that you struggle, start to think of like who you are deep inside. I'm strong, right? This is what you want to think about yourself. Like, I'm someone who has a disciplined mind. Just start claiming I have a disciplined mind and I only focus on the good in my life. You have to impress yourself with those kind of things that you want to experience. Whatever we're impressing ourselves with, we will see in our reality, whether we're experiencing or we see more of it in our reality. That's why vision boards could be powerful. Have a vision board or have a screensaver on your phone. Create some daily habits. Use some time blocking in your calendar where you will purposefully focus on the things you love in life. I like to keep a life list, like a bucket list, and it's just a notebook, right? And I have a notebook, it's my life list, and I just put all the things I love in it. If I see something I'm just walking down the street and I see something I like, I'll be like, oh, I love that. Like, even if I see the way that a couple interacts, I'm like, oh, I love that. I'm going to put that in my notebook. I'm taking note of all the things I love, and therefore I'm creating that in my reality. And it is easy to do that. It's just as easy to focus on the intrusive things as it is the beautiful things. It's a choice. Make a decision that you change it today and you're only focusing on the beauty in life. Because we could all look at the same thing and one person can say it's ugly and another person can say it's beautiful. What do you say it is? We constantly choose our reality. It's a choice. It's a choice. You know, it doesn't have to feel exhausting. One of you was saying that it feels very exhausting. You try your best not to get triggered. But here's the thing. Remember that you are the one who has all the power. You have all the power. You have the power to create the best reality or the best life. Okay, Joy. Several texts back and forth with SP since I posted the initial success in the VIP group. Joy's in my VIP group. I have a monthly subscription group, and she's just saying she's getting several texts back and forth with SP since she posted the initial success story. Continued success. If anyone else, if any of you need the support and you need someone to have your back and remind you that you're the creator, join my VIP group because you will have continued success. Thank you for the testimonial here, Joy. I appreciate it. It is powerful to have someone in your corner. Being part of my community is having someone in your corner. Not just someone, but myself and a whole community that helps you remember that you're the operant power. So when we feel like we're going to spiral, when you're spiraling, it means you feel powerless. When you're not powerless. You like that? You like feeling powerless? then just be on your own and spiral. But like, if you want to know how powerful you are, join my community and understand your power. And then you won't be spiraling. You will be manifesting things because you'll be focused on the power that you hold. Hi, Martin. Can I use, isn't it wonderful to manifest my SP? Absolutely. I affirmed so much on SP and self-concept as, umbrella affirmation. Yeah. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? It's done. Here's another thought. When someone's telling me they've affirmed so much on the self-concept and an SP, first, let me point out, self-concept means you have your desire, okay? So do you just assume you have your desire? Are you faithful to the assumption that it's already yours, you already have it? You have planted the seed. It's done. It's done. Okay, so remember, self-concept is thinking from already having your desire. When you're driving in the car, I want you to think of like the success story. You're like, Shannon, guess what? SP and I are together. Shannon, this is wild and crazy, but it happened overnight. So remember, what we're imagining becomes the future, our future. What we're imagining now will become the next present moment. So what are we imagining? Are we imagining, I better keep affirming because I don't see it yet, right? Like that might just be a thought in your mind. Recognize if you're having that, because that's not living in the end. Living in the end is like, Shannon, holy, this is beautiful. It's done. I have it. Okay, you don't have to have that excitement with it, but it would be like, I got this. I already have it. Okay, so pay attention to your inner conversations, the inner dialogue that you already have with yourself. Hi, Krista. Success story. I imagine someone wearing something specific. They showed up wearing it to the T. Krista, thanks for sharing your success. By the way, this is what everyone should be doing. Why not do this all the time? Because you keep proving to yourself that you're the creator. So imagine someone is, even if you walk into work, wherever you work, or it doesn't matter. You're going to a party, you're going to a family event, you're going to a restaurant. Imagine you're going to see someone wearing something specific. Imagine you're going to hear something specific. These are all ways to test the law. And the law is that everything is yourself pushed out. Everything and everyone. Krista, tell us another success story, okay? Come back and tell us another success story. What is it? I have my desire. That's your success story. I have my desire. I won the lottery. My specific person and I are moving in together. My specific person and I hang out every day. Those are success stories. So those are, remember, you want to think success stories in your mind. Okay, you just assume it. You stay faithful to that, which is persisting. Persisting means loyal. Loyalty to your vision. Stay loyal to your vision. Indira, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Allah, yes, I was saying thanks for the roses and the badge. How do I manifest being rich? Hi, Kim. You're going to claim it. Remember, there is abundance in the world, but are you focused on the abundance and the riches, or are you focused on poverty and lack and not having? So you have to gauge where you're at. Your world is mathematically reflecting what your habitual thinking is. If I'm habitually thinking, oh my God, I don't have enough money. Oh, that's expensive. Or that's a lot of money. Or I can't afford that. If I'm thinking that habitually, my reality is a mathematical reflection of those thoughts. So to change this outer world, I have to create new thinking about being rich. I would want to start to affirm, I could buy that. I can buy that. You see something that's expensive, you want to assume, I can buy that. I can have that. That would look good on me. That looks good in my life, right? So you have to change the way you're perceiving yourself with money, that you are abundant. Is it effective if I visualize SP's face in front of me, affirming while he's with me? That has been very effective for me. I have done that, and I've manifested that person right in my face. Yes. Like face to face. Okay, that is effective. So you can improve your imaginal faculty by doing things like look at a picture of your specific person and then close your eyes and try to imagine them actually being in front of you. Practice using your imagination in different ways, okay? Because this is really powerful. Our imagination's creating. So the better we get at imagining, which, by the way, imagining doesn't have to be the only way to create, right? Like affirmations create. Your affirmations are creating your reality. It's the story you're telling. You got to focus on the story that you want, as if you're claiming you already have it, right? You're claiming it's yours. Now, why not improve the way you imagine? Hi, Mariah. I'm manifesting a favorable outcome to recover from a difficult situation. What's the best approach? Mariah. Okay, so what is your favorable outcome? That's what you want. Maybe even write it down. What is that outcome? Okay, the best approach is write down that outcome, right? You get clear on what you want, which is that favorable outcome. So you see a favorable outcome, and now you're going to loop it in your mind. You're going to repeat it to yourself, and you're just going to remain loyal and faithful to that, deciding it is only going to be your favorable outcome, no matter what. Even if there's evidence against it. Nope. You want to be so strong in your mind that it is a favorable outcome, your outcome, the desired outcome. That's your best approach, is to affirm it and loop it in your mind. Okay, Serene, you said affirming for money doesn't work for me. What else can I do? I need something effective. I would imagine spending money. That has been very effective for me and very powerful. So imagine today you have $1,000 and spend it in your mind, right? You're just going to spend it. And tomorrow spend $2,000. Each day add another $1,000, and then you're spending the entire amount in that day. So you will practice having money, because if we imagine having money, we're going to create that reality. Here's one other thing that's very effective, an intention. Okay, so an intention will be a little different than affirming for money, because why don't you use an intention, because that is a perceived linear time, right? I intend, and then what? I intend I pay this bill. I intend I double my income. I intend I double my income. I intend I receive $100 today. I intend I receive sometimes some people might want to build it up. I mean, I tested it. One of the first things I affirmed in that first year, I manifested $100,000, 6 figures, a lump sum, $100,000 by affirming it. I scripted it, but I scripted and affirmed it. Use your intention. I intend to see myself in my new home. It's like, start seeing yourself as that person. I intend to know how abundant I am. I intend to know that I could create the greatest wealth. I intend to be the richest person in my family. I intend to have money to do anything I want at any moment in time. Okay, Mariah, my biggest challenge to overcome is believing that other people have power over my situation. But you don't have to believe it right. You don't have to believe it all right now, because all you have to do is keep affirming your end, your favorable end that you were talking about. Whatever that favorable end is, I want you to keep your focus there. Okay, so you don't have to focus on whether or not they have power, because your world's going to prove to you what you put your attention on is going to grow. So are you going to put your attention on the unfavorable or the favorable? Are you going to put your attention on the circumstance that happened that you do not like, or because you'll create it? Or are you going to, you simply just have to refocus your attention. You don't have to believe that you have power over everybody. I don't really think about it that way 24/7 all the time. I remind myself everything's myself pushed out. But ask yourself through the day, what is it that I want? If I'm not focused on what I want, what I desire, or what I love, or the beauty of the things that I want in life, then I know that I'm not focused on my end goal. So ask yourself through the day, what is it that I would love? And then repeat that to yourself. You do not have to believe you have power over anyone. I didn't even know that in the beginning. I saw that if I changed what I focus on, I saw that people reflected the change. I didn't have to believe it. I was stunned. It's stunning. I was stunned. Okay. Yeah, it does seem unbelievable. But I mean, you can't tell me that it's not true. because I know it is, because I know I affirm things, and I know people repeated my affirmations to me when they were a total lie and not even true, and I tested the law and I kept seeing it's true. So all you have to do is test the law. Obey, you are the most consistent coach. Been watching for a long time. I love that you said that, Obey, because, I have not been consistently showing up on TikTok because this summer I've been traveling a lot and on the beach and parasailing and jet skiing and doing all these things. I really wasn't consistent, but I did have a talk with myself like yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I'm not totally consistent, but I'm like, but people love me and they still see me as consistent, right? So remember, our reality, it's not a coincidence that you brought that up, because I was not struggling with it, but I was contemplating whether or not I was consistent. Yesterday I thought, I don't know, maybe I'm not that consistent. I should try to go live. I am live around this time very often, but there were like weeks, like I haven't posted on TikTok in probably a month. So there are things that I'm not necessarily consistent about. But remember, if I decide that's okay, then it's going to be okay. But if I start freaking out like, oh my God, I haven't posted in a month and people aren't going to show up, then that will be my reality. Remember, my assumption based on what I'm doing will create the future. So whatever you do, just decide it's always working in your favor. Hi, Nadia. Believes our distance will never end. I affirm against, but he brings it up constantly. Okay, I want you to think a little more about what you're affirming for. Not affirming against that about your distance, affirm for being together. Okay? You have to ignore. I know. The reason I'm laughing is because this is delusional. It is delusional. Okay, that's why I'm laughing right now. But you have to think something different to have a different result. When he's bringing it up constantly, you have to repeat the end. We are together, or whatever. We live in the same city. I don't know what you mean about distance. Is it because you live far apart? Okay. You have to change the story. You might even want to use revision. Use revision. That's boldly changing your reality when you use revision. When you understand that you could revise what someone said to you and then they will change what they said to you because you revised it in your mind, you will really understand that reality is only the present moment. Revise what your SP said. Test the law. Test reality. We literally have the power to use reverse. You know how we can reverse everything? You could go back and watch the beginning of the video. You have the power to reverse what happened in your mind and have a change for the future because you revised it. Why would we ever test that, right? Well, when you're manifesting something and you really want it, you're going to be willing to try it. I surely tried it and I have results from it. So revise it. Neville Goddard even recommends revise the day each day and imagine it went exactly the way you want it to go. Or he doesn't say exactly, but imagine it went the way you wanted it to go. Revise the day each day as you fall asleep. And hear the things you wanted to hear. I love living with you. I love that we live together. I love that we're so close. You need to imagine that to create that reality. Okay. Hi, Morena. Trying to manifest 125K. A man I hardly know offered it to me if I will marry him. But see, it can come in all different ways. Now, like, someone might say, yeah, I would do that. And guess what? You can. And you could decide you marry this person and you don't live together or they don't even care. And then you're getting divorced. It doesn't matter. Remember, this is your reality. So yeah, you said goodness no. And good, because if you say no to that and you're manifesting this money, it's going to come in another way. Do you understand? There's not just one way for this 125K to float into your life. There are infinite ways, infinite paths, infinite opportunities. So when you shut down this and you know that it's still yours, it will show up. So Marina, come back and tell us that you manifested the 125K and it came in the way that you loved it or whatever, a way that was amazing, because you could create that. Josie, you said, can I create a pregnancy? I'm in my 50s. Absolutely. I see it all the time. Yes, I am pregnant. That's what you want to affirm. I'm healthy and I'm pregnant. Don't listen to what anyone tells you. Don't listen to when they tell you like things like about your age. You can create that you have a baby and that everything works out perfectly. Do you have good SP manifestation subliminals? Nikki, I do have really amazing SP affirmations. I am chosen, because manifesting a specific person is about feeling chosen. Look at my playlist, self-concept. Okay, my self-concept playlist has videos for you, all different kinds, and those are powerful. I have an 8-hour I am chosen meditation. Okay, so those meditations are impressing your subconscious mind with that vision of you already being chosen, already being in the relationship, already being loved. Yes, they work. Okay, I love you all. If any of you need additional help, use my blueprint, use my self-concept course. You will manifest your desire. That's if you want to do the work on your own. It's a systematic way. It's a blueprint for you to manifest your desire. If you prefer to be part of my community, you need a little bit of like nudging and reminding of who you are, join my community, my VIP group. It's free for a week. It's Lifestyle Manifesting. It's a mastermind. That's my tribe. I love you all. If you want to work one-on-one with me, there's lots of ways to work with me. I love you. Have an amazing day. Bye.